I hear tons of talk from founders and entrepreneurs, people who have been there and done that, especially on this platform, about how they're building their thing, whatever their thing is, because of an opportunity and arbitrage that they realized or noticed out of passion, because it's something they love to do. But I don't know if I fit any of those categories. And there's one category that I know a lot of you fall into, that I think I fall into too, that I fall into also, and it's just not being talked about publicly. So buckle up. Let's get real. I have built Red Button Media to accomplish one singular goal above all else: to provide for my family by doing something that I'm both good at and don't hate doing, and in a way to where no one single company, person, or entity can pull the damn rug out from underneath us ever again. Red Button Media, my friends, has been built out of necessity. And I'm not afraid to say it. I know a lot of you out there have felt this as well. I've seen the open to work postings on LinkedIn. I've seen people changing to new jobs. I've seen people going to new industries. I've seen underwriters start getting licensed as loan officers just so they can start doing something to put some food on the table. And that's the position that I was in. I had a young son, a somewhat young daughter in elementary school, and I was sitting here in the corner of my garage trying to figure out how to put food on table and diapers on butts. And I leaned into video content because that's what I was good at. Educating, also something I've always kind of had a knack for. So coaching people through making their own video content, taking all the pains involved off of their plate, making sure they don't have to edit, they don't have to do all the things that you absolutely hate doing, right? Red Button Media helps with the ideation, the creation of topics, the editing, all that crap that goes into making a video that you don't want to handle. We handle it all for you. And this may sound like a shameless plug, but I have no shame, so that's not possible. This journey started for me in February of last year, 2023, and it's been anything but easy. Sure, you zoom out and the trend lines look like they're all pointed the right direction, right? If this was a report that I was giving to an investor, which we'll talk about later, everything would be looking up. Everything from a long-term perspective is doing exactly what you really want it to do. And I'm very proud of that. But on the micro, on the day-to-day, it's a roller coaster, and it's really hard to jump off sometimes. I can say that my mental health has never been worse. It's something that I'm fighting and working on a day-to-day basis. I can say that this studio, while I absolutely love it, I've recently come to the realization that I've kind of built a cage for myself. So I need to become a little bit more of a digital nomad, so to speak, or at least be able to work on the go. That's also something that I'm working towards with some adjustments to my setup. And when it comes to the systems and the processes and procedures in place, all of that stuff is a carefully considered decision, because while I've heard many founders, many entrepreneurs, many builders say things like, "I haven't taken a paycheck. I just can't stop putting money back into the business. Every dime of revenue that we make goes straight back into it so we can build our next thing. We're so hot with ideas." I'm happy for those people. I really, really am. But when you're coming from a place that each dime that you put back into the business is a dime that doesn't go into your wallet to put food on table and diapers on butts, then you have to think about things a little bit differently. So the people out there who are struggling with this stuff, please just know that you're not alone. Like, that's the whole point of this video. I don't want you to think that you're alone. I'm not going to tell you that brighter days are ahead, because I don't fucking know. Who am I to say? But at the end of the day, we got to believe that brighter days are ahead, right? You just gotta kind of keep doing the right thing on a day-to-day basis. You keep making the right decision. I was just talking to my wife / business partner about automated payment platforms. I'm shopping for one right now. If you have any good suggestions, let me know down below. The majority of my clients are on 6 to 12 month contracts. And while I enjoy the payment system that I'm using, the invoicing system that I'm using, mainly because if they pay with a credit card, they pay the fee. It's not tacked on to me. So I actually get 100% of the invoice amount. And if they pay through a bank transfer, it's free to use for everybody. It's Melio, by the way, melio.com. It's a really cool payment system, very easy to set up, but I haven't really found a good way to automate payments. You can automate payments going out, but not necessarily client payments coming in. And it's become a bit of a process recently to, I don't want to say chase down clients, but just manually send out those invoices every single month and wait for the payment to come back on time or not, whenever it is. I mean, their signature is already on the dotted line. They're already committed to video content for 6 to 12 months, which is great because it is a mid to long-term strategy. That's what this whole thing is built around. Get yourself a mid to long-term video content strategy going so you can be consistent and it can actually start working for you before you give up on it. And if they're already committed, then why can't we just automate the payment? That would be easier for everybody, right? Yeah, absolutely. It would be easier for everybody. The platform, I found one the other day. It's $100 a month for the platform. Oh, drop in the bucket. No problem, right? Well, not for everybody. Food on table, diapers on butts. We have to carefully consider every single dollar that goes out of the business. So if it's $100 a month, plus I now front the transaction fees. And if the business is bringing in, these aren't real numbers, but I'll choose an arbitrary number with easy math. If the business is bringing in $10,000 a month, and I'm paying a 3% fee for every single transaction that runs through it, plus $100 a month for the platform, all of a sudden, that's $400 a month in revenue/profit that we are not realizing. $400 a month is 2 weeks of groceries. $400 a month represents a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So while many founders take a look at something like that and think, oh, it's a no-brainer, totally worth it, they may not be wrong, but it may not be right for everybody. So we got to carefully consider every move that we make when we're building out of necessity. Now, do I have passion for what I do? Of course. Come on, you know that. It comes through in my content. Am I good at what I do? I think so. I hope you do too. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters to me is that I have a small core of clients that I'm serving well, that I'm developing relationships with, so we can prosper and grow together in a way that no one of those clients can completely pull the rug out from under me and my family, and I'm providing a safety net for them in that way. That is the North Star of Red Button Media. Again, hit theredbutton.com, not shameless at all. Oh, and I said that I was going to talk about investors a little bit, right? Yeah, because when it comes to these financial decisions, it's really easy to think, man, it would be so much easier to build this stuff if I had some capital from an investor, right? And then you start thinking about it. And if you're anything like me, about 3 seconds into thinking about it, actually having an investor or a VC company to report back to every month and give progress reports and all of that stuff sounds like effing torture. Am I right? So, I mean, maybe it sounds like torture to me and me alone, but I have to believe that there's some other people out there like that too. This is not being built towards a multi-million-dollar exit or an IPO. That's just not the goal here. If that's what happens, amazing. That's fantastic. It would outperform all expectations. But if all it does is give me something to hand down to the kids when they're ready, then that's absolutely ideal. If you have these concerns, comment down below or send me a DM if you don't want to put that out there publicly. I completely understand. That's totally fine. All right, that's it for this brain dump. I got to go jump over to a guided content creation session, actually, where I'm going to guide and coach another fellow founder through making a month worth of exceptional video content. And to all of you out there who join me on the day-to-day roller coaster, I want to tell you very quickly, I found this the other day and I liked it so much that I kept it. So I want to show it to you because it's absolutely fantastic. This is something that you can always keep in mind because this is the one thing that we can control. Sure, we struggle. It's clear. But we never have to quit. Have a wonderful day, my friends. And again, just please know that whatever situation you're in, you're not alone. Reach out if you need anything. I don't know what I can do for you, but maybe it's just to lend an ear. I'm here for you.